Segundo.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Flux again, and yes, bringing you another StarCraft commentary in the OSL, as I promised you. Last match we saw July against Stork, an absolutely great match, fast paced but very entertaining, and this time we see Flash on the left and Bass on the right. And I'm going to give you a spoiler, guys, so if you do not want to hear the spoiler about Flash, about the MSL, then skip about 30 seconds. Okay, Flash has been knocked out of the MSL. Yes, by Lita. And I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I like Flash. I have seen him grow over the last 2 years and win tournaments, win the he's an absolutely fantastic player, and I want to see Flash win because he's such a fine player, I think. Yeah, one thing about Flash is that this guy always seems to bring his perfect game. And when he loses, then it's most of the time because, not so much because he got outplayed. This may sound a little bit awkward, not because he plays bad, but because he misses things. Because sometimes some people play better indeed, but it always seems when Flash loses, he goes for some crazy shit, like a 14 command center, and it gets scouted, and he gets absolutely destroyed, or he doesn't send out a scout, doesn't know what kind of attack the other opponent goes for. The opponent, for example, Bask, let's say he goes for two base carrier build, so Flash gets caught off guard. Because Flash is an absolutely great player. I mean, he has great micro, he has great macro, and yeah, he's like the euphemism of a perfect StarCraft player. And Lita beat him. Lita beats him, and Lita. A lot of people right now are absolutely a fan of Lita, and I know where it comes from because Lita just destroys everyone left and right in the winners league, in the pro league, in the MSL, in the he's just absolutely on the run, and I'm glad for him. I'm glad for him because finally Lita can distinguish himself as an A class or an S class player, as one of those big town players, and he had to overcome Flash by doing that, and he did, sadly enough. So yes, now to this match. This match is also known as Bast against Flash on Tears of the Moon, and if I have to make make a prediction, I do not know. I think this map is favored against Terran because the natural expansion has a certain rich kind of buildings overlooking your natural expansion that can be shelled on the other side by siege tanks, and I think that's really an important aspect on this map if you use it well. And there you got the crazy aliens again. So Flash, wisely enough, indeed going for a scout. Yeah. Okay. Flash going for the scout. Okay, that's good. Flash knows right now he can be beaten. Flash has been beaten. Not only in the MSL, but just he loses matches, which at a certain point, like 1 year ago. Oh, sorry, my voice ran away. Like 1 year ago, it was almost not fathomable that Flash ever got beaten. Flash was in such an incredible run that no player could ever beat him, and people were almost afraid that he would basically destroy StarCraft because no one ever could beat Flash. But people managed to beat Flash, and Flash is human again. So nicely blocking the ramp with two SUVs and two Marines. Um, I saw Bast upgrading, researching Dragoon range. So he might go for some kind of early pressure with Dragoons. Only one gate out. We have to see which both players want to opt for. So Flash indeed not going for some kind of crazy for the command center. And I probably think he's going for an FD build. FD being one factory into command center. And maybe doing a little bit of rest with some vultures and marines, but not going for an not for going for two factory build indeed. Though he still has, I think, three SUVs in gas, and it's mine implied that he goes for a wraith tactic. And Flash, man, I think with Flash, if he just plays proper, if he just plays standard Terran against any other race, he will always win. He will definitely always win because all of his types of play is just superior. And Bast is also a very all-round player. Bast doesn't have his own little thing. He doesn't have his a superb Reaver Micro, Dark Templar, or he's not famous for something, but he's just good overall. He's very good overall. I think his Protoss against Protoss is almost 80%. I mean, that guy is just very good in what he does. And Flash right now moving out a little bit with a little task force of actually 7 Marines. So he might be very intended to get a good harass off on Bast, but Bast probably will finish his Dragoon Rage very shortly, and already having the observatory out. And Flash opting to go for a little Marine heavier force instead of with the vultures, and I wonder what his intention is. And also sending out an SUV together with this and putting up an engineering bay right now. And he still has not built his command center actually very nicely, but by Flash. Bast had to force to cancel his nexus, and vultures out right now laying some mines. And Flash is very happy with this. Flash has just done the damage he wanted to do with denying Bast that expansion. And Bast, on the other hand, already has his observatory out, as we saw. So Bast will be able to clean those mines very shortly. I think this is a little mistake of Flash. Flash probably not thinking that Bast already had that observer out. and harassing the probe to just prevent the probe from getting expansion down very nicely, destroying the probe, but just stalling that expansion. And if Flash builds his command center right now, he will be on absolute par with Bast, if not better, economic wise. So this is very smartly played by Flash, going for this little more amount of Marines and just forcing Bast to cancel his nexus, and that is very crucial, I must say. And we have to see what Flash wants to opt for. I don't know why he had SFV so long gas. He might have gone for later 2 factories. I haven't seen it yet, but normally what most Terrans will do is just put 3 SUVs in gas. And when they got enough gas for that factory, they will just pull it out and go for this quick command center. And Flash wanted to have a little abundance of gas. We have to see why. And those vultures. Oh yeah, another thing of Tears of the Moon is that as you can see, those vultures right now, they can flank the natural expansion of Bast. And Bast, smartly enough, put 2 pylons over there so that vultures can't get in. And however, on the northern part of those vultures, you see the neutral refinery over there. If you can put siege tanks, and those siege tanks will definitely have range to shell the natural expansion, and that is absolutely powerful for a Terran player. We'll have to see if Flash wants to benefit from that, from this. Also, Tears of the Moon has a big center, open center, which basically has nothing in it, just a couple of mineral patches. Why that center is there? This match is relatively new. We haven't seen much games played yet on this map. We have seen Protoss have an absolute problem against Zerg on this map. Bisu got beaten famously about 1 month ago, I think, by Hero. By Hero. And Protoss have an absolute problem on this map. But Zerg versus Terran, most of the time, maps will favor Protoss if it has a big open center. However, also, this map has a lot of little riches, and you know that the expansion what I was talking about. So this is all in all, this is a interesting three player map that just has to be tested out.